Okay, I want to talk now about Adam Smith and his defense of capitalism from the point of view of utility. Okay, so Locke's theories are used to defend capitalism from the point of view of human rights. Adam Smith defended capitalism from the point of view of utility. Now, one thing I'd like to make clear is that many people who know about Adam Smith, they think that Smith was he's oftentimes depicted by some people as a horrible human being who wanted the government to take away individual freedom and allow huge corporations to enslave individuals and take away all sort of governance from the market. And so when we think about big corporations today imposing horrible burdens on smaller businesses or on underpaying individuals, oftentimes people blame Adam Smith for this, but it's very important to understand that the exact opposite is true. Adam Smith lived in a time when the government was extraordinarily intrusive in the market to the detriment of everyone. During the late Middle Ages, up until the 1700s, England was the workers were usually, especially in the cities, the middle class workers joined craft guilds, and what they did, how they did what they did. If you want to become a butcher or a baker or a shoemaker or whatever, you belonged to a guild, and what you did was determined by the guild rules. So even in the 1700s, the government of England passed numerous laws that would impose all kinds of restrictions on individuals to force them to conform to these very outdated type of guild laws, which were designed to really protect certain individuals within the guild, but certainly not to promote free trade or even the ability to give people a decent job. Just for example, in Smith's time, the government had laws about how many apprentices a craftsman could have at one time, and that might be as small as one or two apprentices. So if you were a bootmaker or a blacksmith, you could only have one or two apprentices. So if you wanted to expand your business, if you were in a very busy area and wanted to expand your business and hire more people, you couldn't. It was against the law. You would be severely fined if you did that. Furthermore, what you could pay your workers was extraordinarily limited. The amount of money you could pay a worker was, again, defined by law. So if suppose you found a worker who was just absolutely great and you really wanted him to work for you, but say his mother lived somewhere a bit far away and he needed more money to help pay for his mother because she's sick or elderly or something, you couldn't pay him more money. According to law, you could not do that because you would be fined. What you could pay your apprentice was clearly defined. There were all sorts of rules like this, which made business very, very complicated and prevented people from actually giving people the kinds of goods and services that they might want. So Adam Smith's concept of laissez-faire, meaning leave the market alone, was not to allow huge corporations to enslave people, but quite the opposite. It was to liberate people so that anyone could compete, and anyone who was willing to do a good day's work should be paid for that day's work, and if employers wanted to employ a good worker, they should be free to do so, and if they wanted to employ 3 or 4 of them, or 5 or 10 or 15, they should be able to do that also. So he wanted to get rid of these outdated laws which prevented people from doing very sensible things. So in his book, The Wealth of Nations, Adam Smith argues that by letting people pursue their self-interest, they will be guided by an invisible hand. And what is this invisible hand? It is market competition. In other words, if you want to set up a pizza shop in your town, and there are 2 or 3 other pizza shops already there, then you have to provide a good pizza at a good price. And the consumers then will buy the pizza which is the best pizza at the best price. In order to compete, you also, therefore, have to use your resources wisely. If you waste things, then you will have to charge more. So here we have, in one utilitarian sort of argument, the idea that by letting people pursue their self-interest, which is to make money and to make the most money they can at the least cost, you force the people who own the businesses to do so, to make the best product they can and do it efficiently and provide the best cost, lowest cost to the consumer. So the guy who does the producing, the person who does the producing, is benefiting because he's going to have a good market. He's going to sell his product because he's doing well. The consumer is going to benefit because they have this competition is driving down prices, giving them the best commodity or best service at the best price. The workers are also benefiting because they will be paid accordingly, according to how well they work. If you're a good worker, then your employer will want to hold on to you and keep you and, not let you go someplace else. So good workers will be paid more, consumers will pay less for their services, and the producers who are producing the best goods will also be rewarded by customer loyalty. And all of these things are the result of the free market, the invisible hand of market competition. Now, of course, there are a lot of problems with this because of the inequities which exist at the beginning. It's sort of like playing Monopoly. If everyone starts at the same place and everyone has a chance to go around the board and make good investments, then the game is pretty exciting. But if you start at a tremendous disadvantage, somebody else has 20 times as much money as you have, that's pretty unsettling and means you can't really play the game. So there are a lot of problems with capitalism and playing the game fairly. But from the point of view of producing goods and services and getting a low price and good quality, then market competition, Smith argues, is the best way. And evidence seems to indicate that it is pretty strong or pretty powerful motive for people to, if they want to achieve success in the marketplace, they have to do these things. In addition, in the 20th century, Ludwig von Mises and Friedrich Hayek argued that other forms of government control cannot possibly allocate goods properly. You can't know where things are by government committee. You can't know how many flip-flops to send to Alaska or Hawaii by government committee. It's only by people voting with their dollars. When you buy a product, you're voting with your dollars. You're actually saying, I like this product, I want more of this product. So if people are buying lots of stuff, eventually the price may go up because of scarcity. And if people don't want something, then the price will have to come down to entice people to buy it. Okay, so the cost of items is determined by market competition, by supply and demand. This is the genius of Adam Smith and the genius of his defense of the utility of free markets. In a truly free market, everyone is a utility maximizer. Everyone wants the best for their buck, so to speak. All right? That's it for now.